Zip. Away from Era. We'll keep him alive.
Man, that dieback. That kind of seals it. I don't know how you kill an alchemist twice at this point with this amount of effective HP that he has. It seems like a lot.
Yeah, and Viking GG, knowing that, are they just gonna go straight up to the high ground here and just kind of like force it and say, okay, do it. Try and kill him twice, see what happens.
Middle tower has fallen.
Or do you think they're gonna play a little bit more patiently and just be like, well, we've got pretty good late game. If we control the map, then we're just gonna win in 15 minutes.
You know, I think waiting at least for the assault cuirass on Alchemist, because he does have low armor. You know, he picks up that plate mail and all of a sudden his resistance to physical basically doubles.
Yeah, we saw once Chemical Rage was down, the Faceless Void actually did pretty decent work.
Yeah, it was not bad. Really not bad. And with the AC, of course, you're going to have a lot more damage versus those buildings. So I think with the lack of tower damage that they have on Viking, it just makes a lot of sense to wait for that item.
Sure. But still, plenty of yardage to go here. This Aegis in hand. Toby using the Sunray trick to get off the map while he makes the long TP to an outpost.
That was a long one.
Viking GG looks like they're just going to clear up some of the objectives still on the map. The classic double tower push into the off lane. It's like these towers stay up for so long, they're not really a big focus, but at some point in time, once you get strong enough, you can guarantee, okay, we're definitely bigger than them. They won't take team fights. You just take both of them.
Right, it's more like, you know, you just don't really care about those towers too much, and you're not really strong enough to enter into the enemy triangle, but then you get to a point where you just have this advantage, and of course, entering into the triangle becomes your next priority, because if you can cut that area off, then there's basically nowhere for them to farm, because that's the safest area. That is the Fort Knox of farming in Dota 2.
I mean, it's one of the happier moments for your supports as well.
So
Tier 1, Tier 2, big piggy banks of gold go down, and you're like, oh, shit, I've got an item.
Oh, yeah. Really, at that point, they're just kind of, they're just waiting to be taken, you know? They're asking for it.
They really are.
Juicy piggy banks.
20,000 net worth lead for Viking GG.
Ooh,
slightly deceptive because it's an alk, but still.
Only slightly.
Only slightly. You take away like half of that net worth, and I think it tells the true story. Which is they're still up by a pretty healthy amount.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. God, Orchid is so cheap now. You just pick up a Bloodstone, and a few minutes later, boom, you got your Orchid.
There's the AC. We're gonna finish up the tier 2 at the top lane.
Dire's top tower.
Boot to travel was the choice for Arlena, so I guess he's gonna be opting for trying to like just push out the side lanes as much as possible.
I think that's fair. I think that's fair. Just, you know, one way that you can win a fight with a disadvantage like this is, you know, creating a disadvantage on the enemy team via making somebody come back to base to deal with your push. Because Lina does right-click pretty hard, so you have to be a little bit worried about your towers.
My question is how effective he's going to be able to be at that against the Storm Spirit
Breaker. Yeah, I don't know, maybe. He can sit in the trees and push in the wave.
Misha quite literally gets run over.
You are not safe, even right outside of your base.
Yeah, and you can see, you can play super fast with that Storm Spirit as well. Almost catches Era, who cut a creep wave here at top. Fortunately, Era was very fast. Killed it, TP'd out immediately.
It's good discipline. I know a lot of players would like to stick around and try to go for more there, but he's got the respect. He knows that Storm's going to immediately be there, and of course against the Spirit Breaker, you have to show that respect.
Ninja's Pajamas are fully into the guerrilla tactics of this game right now.
Absolutely.
You see Charlie position himself, intercepts a courier, time walks away, TP's out.
Oh, he's gone. Yep.
Everyone's doing the same thing, which is playing on the enemy side of the map, doing something sneaky and TPing back. Era's trying to make his way out of the base up top. You can see him doing his his woodsmaning up there, cutting through the trees and hoping to Gaben that there's no lane ward catching him. Yeah, now they gotta actually get outside of the base for another reason, as the next round of neutral items is up.
Well, yeah, that's a
nice little stack. If they could come through, kill Celery, and kill some of these neutral creeps, get some items for themselves. It'd be a nice little bonus. Killing streak added on to that as well.
That's a window, you know, that lets them like you said, farm the items. That's really all this does, though. I don't think they're... Okay, actually, they're going to go for more. They want to blow this game wide open. I mean, I think they're going to need to get about 7 more kills to do so, but, you know, that's a start.
7 more kills. We'll keep a counter.
Yeah.
I'm going to hold you to that.
What do we have, 1 or 2 so far? 3?
What?
Does Enchantress count as 2? Because there's like a deer, and then there's a...
No. Also, you said that after the Enchantress kill happened. You said 7 more kills, like, after Enchantress is dead, they smoked.
Do you always
just to remind you of what you said 20 seconds ago.
Do you always make things up when you're casting, or is it just with me? Just throw me under the bus here. Ridiculous.
You know, it's the trial by fire that we do here at the Omega League. I know you're a little bit new to this casting thing. Yeah, you're just a big YouTuber, but here on Twitch, you know, we have to play with the live commentary. You can't go back and edit this.
Yeah, you know, whatever makes you feel alive. If fire is the thing for you, then it's 2020. Oh, speaking of fire.
That fire is burning era. And it's gonna be enough. Get him killed.
I love it when people just go AFK after they know they're dead.
They accept their death. Oh, look at this. Immediately TPing to the other side of the map because 30 minutes is coming up, and they're saying they want to take this outpost. They want the experience really badly. This is where we can catch them and maybe finally get enough kills to go for the high ground. Charge on into Saberlight. Can't get away from him. If he gets a nice bash in here to stop the swashbuckle, but he doesn't get the hit in time, and that very likely means Saberlight's going to be okay. 1 hit. The bash wasn't there.
I know we were praising Aramis, but honestly, I think if he was a good player, probably would have bashed there.
That is very true.
Should really practice that.
Practice bashing.
Another arcane rune. 19 bloodstone charges. He is a happy boy.
Toby catching up. Yule Scepter into the Meteor Hammer. Misha. Again, the sacrificial lamb that gets the rest of the Ninja Pajamas cores safe and sound back to their base.
I gotta say, that Yule's into Meteor Hammer combo doesn't usually work.
Yeah.
But I don't know what a Grimstroke can do.
Yeah.
I think that's about one of the only heroes that'll actually work on.
Yeah, the only thing you could do is like, I'm gonna silence him. Oh wait, it's an item.
Yeah, that's the issue there.
I like how Supreme's just digging these underground tunnels for them to sneak out at the base.
Yep, yep. That's what you gotta do, man. Somebody's gotta do it. I like to call it woodsmaning. That's my original term. I didn't take that from anybody, I promise. I didn't come up with that. I didn't.
It's kind of an awkward term, but I'll take it.
It's not that awkward. Moist is an awkward term. Woodsmaning is not.
What strategy would be moist in Dota?
I don't know, some Morphling Earthshaker, something like that?
That is pretty moist. You're right.
Yeah, there you go. It sounds better when you say it than when I say it.
Thank you. I feel like you were prodding me to say it again, but I won't.
I was. You're right. Oh, here we go. Look at this. Oh, this is sad. This is sad. But there's nothing else you can do.
Yeah.
Cut those trees.
Again, full-on guerrilla tactics right now. Okay, they're backing up the smoke.
What about lumberjacking?
No.
Is that worse or better?
It's just the ending of that word just will not play well in a broadcast.
Ing?
Let's say they're lumberjacking to the offlane, you know, lumberjacking off. It doesn't really play that way. You know? Celery, once again, being the face that gets initiated on, but the rest of his team is actually here around. Saberlight couldn't quite get the kill on the Celery as a result. However, they do manage to get a soulbind chronosphere off of the 2 support. They can actually kill Toby. Maybe this would be somewhat okay, but Shannon's just going ham right now. The damage, they don't even kill Toby, so he gets off the supernova with the sun ray. On top of that, Charlie activates BKB and time walks, but where are you going to go? You can't run, and you certainly won't be able to hide. Not for Boom, who can keep up with you every step of the way. A very ill-timed fight for Ninjas in Pajamas, who thought once again they were just getting a simple pick off an Enchantress. But this time around, it's a bit different.
I like that Viking are spamming the box too. That means that they completed the highest level of Aghanim's Labyrinth. Pronunciation according to Slacks.
All right, too many people are going to buy into the fact that you believe that's how it's pronounced.
Yeah, he believes it.
I know he believes it, but for the sake of yourself as an analyst, you've got to appear a little confident to the audience.
I'm not gonna break his immersion. He's believed this his whole life. Imagine telling this boy that he's been mispronouncing something for like 20 years.
That's true. We've been keeping the secret about Santo away from him for quite a while.
Come on. Don't do it to him.
And that net worth, it builds and builds and builds. And Viking GG feeling more and more confident because, well, they beat a Void last time with just yesterday with an Alchemist. And kind of saying, well, it's even better this time because we actually have Storm Seer into the late game. We've got a lot of good Aghanim Scepters to be given away. And so we'll take our time claiming this victory. We want you to be mentally exhausted going into game 3.
It really does seem like a good Void counter. I hate to call it a counter, but just from the 2 games that we've watched, I mean, I know it's not a large sample size, but with the way that the new heart works, giving you regen while the team fight is actually going, it's so good against the Chronosphere. And at the timing where Void is going to start fighting you, like you're going to have BKB, you're going to get the heart soon after, it kind of feels like there's no items Void can farm to deal with it.
Saberlight bumping into both the Phoenix as well as the Spirit Breakers. They try to jump into this base and get the control to Charlie, make sure that damage dealer is gone. And with carry out, Ninja the Pajamas are surely just going to fall apart inside of their own base here. JJ is quickly called by Misha after seeing that no buyback for the Faceless.
I kind of feel like the game has been over. It's that dieback on Charlie.
Yeah, that was a rough one. They kind of all-in on a Roshan fight that didn't go so well.
They did. And then, you know, when you're at a 10k gold deficit against Alchemist at 15 minutes.